For those of you that are just hopping on,
Thursday or
my name is,
Tuesday?
oh my gosh,
Tuesday.
Tuesday. What happens when you don't have a job, right? You don't know what
We
day
just
it
lose track of
is.
time, I get it.
Ah, it's all the same day for me. But for those of you that are on, welcome to. You can clearly see the week I've been having. It feels like Thursday, but it's only Tuesday. That's a good thing. I'm so grateful. Got 2 more days to my week. Grateful for that. Um, but for those of you hopping on, or those of you that are here, we're just gonna wait for a couple people to hop on for us to get started. To my right, maybe your left, I'm not sure where, is a very handsome, smart, intelligent gentleman that I will officially. Oh, hi, Miss Juliana. Good to see you. That I will
Oh,
officially be introducing here in the next couple minutes. You will not want to miss what he's going to share with you today. It's going to be all very valuable stuff. I see more people hopping on. Good to see you all. We're literally going to get started in like 1 minute. So if you want to,
hey.
you are welcome to drop in the chat where you are from so we can see and say hi to you guys because otherwise we don't get to see you. We don't know who's on. But this is going to be great stuff, right, sir? Right, sir.
Yes, super
It's gonna be good.
excited.
I don't want to introduce you just yet. Not ready. I'm not ready. But it's going to be good. All I have to say is if you guys have been curious, about cost, because people talk about it, right? They go, not sure. Might be more expensive. This might be more expensive. If you're one of those people that gets hung up on the price and the cost of stuff, you want to stick around and hear what we're going to be teaching you guys today. So, again, hello. If you're just joining us, our topic today is diving into the cost. Diving into the fees, unveiling the real truth behind how some of these products work. We are going to get started here in, I'm going to give it 15 seconds. Let's see if we get
Cool.
a few extra folks to hop on in the next 15 seconds. We'll let you guys kind of
What's up,
roll on
bro?
through. Oh, hello, Raul. Good to see you. Hello, hello. Excellent. Okay, cool. We can get started. Again, welcome everybody. My name is Amanda Ryba. If you don't already follow me, I am the founder of the Illuminate Your Wealth community. And to my right, possibly your left, is a face that you may or may not recognize. If you don't recognize him, I really do truly hope after this live that you find and follow him on social media because he is somebody that, I'll be honest, I trained him when he came into the insurance industry, but he has far surpassed my knowledge and what I care to know about how all these products work. This gentleman could not only probably design his own IUL, but he can definitely break down every little nitty gritty detail inside these products. And we get asked all the time, oh wait, or I shouldn't say we get asked, we get told all the time, these products are too expensive. Like this is cheaper, that is cheaper. Well, maybe, right? But maybe not. And one thing I really like about him is he's very honest, he's very transparent. He doesn't shy away from the tough conversation of what does it cost? What are the fees? What is your commission, right? What are you getting paid? Those are all the conversations that people, they want to know. They want us to be transparent. And I have been in the insurance industry for 8 years. Three, I want to say.
Yeah,
I'm I
just
think we're
crossed over
about the
three.
3-year
Crossed over
mark.
three.
And to officially introduce him, this is Mr. Jonathan Lorico out
Hey,
of Las Vegas, Nevada now. I'm out of California. He's in Las Vegas, Nevada. And he's been working with me for literally the past 3 years and has, again, far surpassed what I could ever expect him to have achieved in his knowledge and his wisdom and how not just the insurance products work, but the industry as a whole. So, John, we call him John. You'll hear
yeah.
me say that. I will put all of his social media handles in the description below. So if you do not follow him, please find and follow him and share his content because he's got great content. But John, feel free to introduce yourself to everybody. Tell us a little bit about you and your passion for what it is you do.
Oh, snap. Nice to meet you all. My name is Jonathan Lorico. Amanda, that was so nice of you to say. It's so weird to say, like, oh yeah, Amanda did training like super in the beginning, and now we're here collaborating, which it goes to show like we have the best trainers on our team. So Amanda, thank you for all the training that you gave me. Just here to give it back to everyone. So for those of you who don't know, I came from a physical therapy background in the healthcare, and now I've transitioned into wealth care in the financial services industry. So why did I choose the IUL and a bunch of life insurance? I'll just say it. Well, one, I feel like it's a very powerful vehicle if it's done right. And I've seen my mom access her life insurance policy via loans in the past. And now that I'm in it to do it for other people and to structure for other people, I just find that it's a very fulfilling it's a very fulfilling place compared to just sticking with physical therapy and telling people to stand up and down 10 times or do this exercise, things like that. Nothing wrong with the physical therapy world. I still love it. My license is still there hanging somewhere, but I chose to master this just so I could just be more of service to people. So that's a little bit about myself and everything.
I will say he is a very fast learner, super technical, really likes to
Yeah,
understand how things work, but not from a standpoint of where he's going to try and be super technical to you, right? He does a really good job breaking things down and making it super simple and easy to understand. And there was a training that we had done for our agents a couple weeks ago where he was really breaking down the transparency behind some very familiar products, which you guys all know about, which would be 401k plans, right? Compared to some of the products that we educate on our platforms, which is IULs. So again, we've heard it before. Those IULs, they're too expensive. Why don't you just go put your money in a 401k? It's going to perform better, right? That's a very common statement. Now, there could be situations where that makes sense, but there could definitely be
yeah,
situations where that doesn't make sense. So we are in luck today because I hear that John is very prepared and
yeah.
he's going to show us the truth, the unveiling behind the difference in fees between the 401k and the IUL. So take it away, John. What
I
would you say if
appreciate
I
you.
said to you, they're too expensive, these IUL things are too expensive, your accounts would perform so your money would perform so much better just in your 401k?
Well, I would say first and foremost, well, fees are more expensive compared to what, right? Because there has to be something to compare it to. If you're just saying fees are expensive, maybe it's from hearsay, people talking to your ear. Maybe you read something on Reddit. Maybe you read something on Google, or maybe your family members just didn't have a great experience with the agent that they were sitting in front of, and they didn't go in detail. I was at the barber today getting a fresh new haircut, and
Oh, good for
someone came up
us.
to, yeah,
Good for us.
just got it today. So, but well, it was really cool because he got a policy, and then my barber, who I've known for quite some time, he was like, "Hey, this guy knows everything about it," and I was educating him right on the spot as I'm getting my haircut, and he's just like, "Hey, how do I know this is max funded? How do I know of X, Y, and Z?" So, when it comes to fees, it's fees compared to what, and it's usually because of fees compared to the 401k. Everyone in the everyone in the United States who has like a W-2 or who's working a 9 to 5 job, they're going to be given a 401k. HR just comes to you, says, sign this piece of paper. You have a retirement plan. But if you actually go on YouTube on like the downfall of a 401k, even the founder himself said it's not even a legitimate retirement plan. The 401k is actually a tax code. It's not an actual plan itself. And these life insurance policies with the tax codes that they have, they've been around longer than the 401k. So I'm going to go ahead and break down the fees of a 401k. I'm going to go ahead and I was going to say share my screen, but I'm going to go ahead and flip my screen here, and I'm on investopedia.com. If we see here, can you see this? Is it
Yeah,
blurry? Is it
that's
good?
good.
Says the annual fee charged on an average 401k fund, according to the Center of American Progress, is 1%.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go into my 401k calculator. The maximum contribution limit is 23,000. Let's just say they're matching $3,000 for the next 30 years. So this is a 35-year-old saving until age 65. Let's just say it's earning a 6% rate of return. By the time they reach age 65, they're going to have $2.1 million inside of their plan, which is great. You got your match of $3,000. You've been maximum funding it. But here's the thing, with that 1% fee, you're not actually earning 6%, right? Ooh, let me just go ahead and put my camera down. This is so cool. So if we take, Amanda, you have your calculator on you or something, or a calculator with you?
Hold on, I think I can pull one up real quick on my computer. Give me a moment to calculator. Okay, I am ready.
All right, so you're going to take this number at 6%, which is 2178843.61. We're going to be super specific.
8843.61.
Yep. And now I'm going to take away that 1% fee and make this 5%. What's the difference between the first number and this number? What do you get?
Can you
So
zoom
this
in on
is,
that second number for me or read it to me?
oh, it is, there it is. Do you see it now?
Yeah.
What,
One eight
eight,
one
three,
three seven
seven,
eight
eight,
zero.
0.54. What do we
That is a
get?
difference of $365,063.07.
Okay, so $367,000, right? Let me just
Mm-hmm.
edit this here. So
360, 365, 365.
$365,000 for in the total of 30 years. So I mean, on top of that, people like to say that, hey, I like my match. I like the matching program. So, but in this example, you're getting a $3,000 match for the next 30 years. That's $90,000 of free money that you're getting from your company, right? But then in order to get $90,000 of free money throughout your contribution years, you have to pay 365,000 for it. Is that worth it? Is that worth it though? I'm not saying the 401k is bad, but we just know what we know, right? If you ever go on YouTube, was it Tony Robbins, right? He was talking about the high fees of a 401k. And I don't know why people are so kind of, I don't want to believe it. Maybe it's because it's just so comfortable and staying where they're at, right? But then
Right.
that's why we're here to kind of spread the knowledge and everything like that. So what I'm doing is with the policy I'm going to show in front of you, which is right here, I'm showing a 500, I guess $550,000 policy. This is a max funded IUL. Same thing, $23,000 for the next 30 years. Okay. I'm going to go to the fees, which I've already highlighted here. So after 30 years, by the time they reach 65, they would have paid roughly 138 grand plus another 5,000 for that year, right? You're
Could
looking
you
at
zoom it in just a smidge? Make it a
let me go
smidge
ahead.
bigger.
Oh, I can't zoom in. Can I just bring my phone
Yeah,
closer?
that works. That's perfect.
So there you go. So after 30 years, they would have paid roughly 138,000 plus another $5,000 by the time they're 65. That's roughly 143,000 right there.
And fees.
Yeah, so $143,000 of fees for the same
Mm.
30-year plan in an IUL that's also max funded and properly structured,
Right.
right? So, but a lot of people say, but they're in it for the commission. So I'm gonna do something special for everyone on the call. And what if I
He's
actually
gonna be
give
much nicer to you guys about that. That's my biggest pet peeve. But
I don't, yeah, but if
ah,
we, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen again. So now I've based it off of my target. If we see here, the maximum contribution limit now is 96,000 for this policy, meaning the agent is now going to get maximum commission. What does that mean about the fees? Let me go ahead and turn this back over and run my report. This is something I wish I would have done, but this is on the spot. Perfect. So I'm going to scroll down to the fees page of the plan I'm showing you.
this is
We it was like
live, guys, by the
it was
way. This is live.
143,000, right? At age 65 for a
It
like
yeah, it
property
was less
structure.
than 140, and the other plan's fees was 365.
Yeah, so you're pretty much half of
Yeah.
what. So the 401k was actually a lot more expensive, assuming that 1% fee, right? It could have
Hmm.
been 2%, 3%, things like that. And here we are. Now I'm at my fees page. If I go to my 30-year plan, now improperly structured IUL, which is right over here, they're gonna pay 287,000 plus this 18,000, so
Oh.
a little over 300 grand already for not properly structuring the plan, right?
Oh.
So that just goes to show, depending on how we structure, depending on how, let me turn this over. Depending on how we structure the plan, that's what really is going to affect the fees. The higher the death benefit, the higher the fees, and if you're not maximum funding it, well, guess what? Your retirement is going to take a hit. Okay.
So all you're telling me, like the contributions were exactly the same. It was the size of the death benefit was different
Correct.
between the
So
two.
if someone were to give an outrageous amount of death benefit that's super high, and then as I showed you, the maximum of that improperly structured plan was 96,000. If they're putting in 23 grand to kind of maximize a 401k type of situation, that's not really the case with that new illustration I just ran. Why? Because if the agent improperly structures it, guess what? I got maximum commission for it, right?
So what you're telling me is if it's properly structured, the agent is actually taking a significant pay cut. Can
Correct.
you like actually give me an example of like a dollar amount in a pay cut
All right.
that they
So
would
this is
take?
oh, I love how
Just
you
for
ask it.
fun, just for
Ask the other
funsies. So for those of
question.
you, not saying that those of you that are on this live think this, but I get this question quite often where it's
I
like,
get a
or
lot
I
too.
shouldn't say question, statement. You only recommend these policies because you're getting a huge commission, or you only recommend people max fund the policies because you're getting paid
Yeah,
more, or they're only recommended over a 401k because again you get paid more for doing them or whatever it is, right? So
yeah. So what I mean, a 365,000 fee that went back to the money manager of the company, and it
isn't
might,
it?
doesn't make
By the
sense. It
way,
doesn't make sense to me. Am
yeah.
I bashing on a 401k? Please, everyone on this call, I'm not. Right? If you like both the IO and the 401k, I know Amanda, you've had several clients where they like
Mhm.
both. And
Yep.
then we end up saying, hey, why not contribute to the match? And then the rest goes into an IUL. And now you have two vehicles working for you. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a diversified portfolio, right?
Correct.
But
Hmm.
since you asked me, the commissions on this, usually we're paid off of whatever, go back to me. Usually we're paid off of whatever people put in the first year or the target, whichever is lower. Okay. But if I structured a policy that's based on whatever they put in and my target, if you see here, target premium 23,000. If my
Hmm.
target is 23,000, that means I'm getting maximum commission. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this live, but we're getting paid off of this 23 grand. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
Now, what I'm going to do here behind the scenes is what if I lowered it? Hang
Lower
on.
that death benefit.
If I lowered that death benefit from over $1 million to $500,000, what happened to my target? Did it raise or did it decrease?
Oh gosh, significantly dropped. 23,000 down to 5,480.
Yeah, so that's roughly what, $18,000 hit commission hit.
Yeah.
That's an $18,000 commission to do what though? To have a retirement of $135,000 a year until age 90 tax free, as opposed to a 401k after the fees. We already know, Amanda, you're a securities advisor, so you have a lot of credibility. You have so much credibility. You're a securities advisor and you have a life and health license, which means if anyone who's talking to you, they get the best of both worlds, right? That's why I'm so
Hmm.
happy that you were my trainer. So, but now if we go into the retirement years, let's just say they're earning 3%. Is that fair to say, Amanda, as a securities advisor, because they're going with majority conservative investments?
Yeah.
And then we'll just say they're paying out until same thing, age 90, from age 65 to age 90. That's 24, 25 years in a 20% tax bracket. Do we feel like taxes are going to be higher or lower in the future? Right? For
Probably
everyone
higher.
who's watching, you can answer that for yourself. But I'm going to be very conservative and say 20% tax bracket. Their retirement is supposed to be 124,000, but after taxes, they're going to only get $99,000 in return. And this is only assuming that the market is doing 3% every single year for 25 years straight. So when you're thinking about retirement, you got to take into consideration for the next 25 years, is the market always going to do 3%? Probably
No.
not. So guess what? You might have to take out less during down years because you don't want to run out of money. As
Yep.
opposed to like the IUL, because we don't have to go conservative, you could take out 135,000 tax free. So not only are you
Mhm.
taking out more money, you're also paying less fees. And so that's why when people say like, "Hey, the fees are so expensive," I don't want to argue, but I want to just ask like how, right?
Mhm.
So that's
That's
everything about the fees. That's everything.
that I loved your line was you take out more money and you pay less fees.
Yeah, and your family's gonna get it back with the death benefit, right? We paid how much in fees? Let's just go to age 90 now. It's just for giggles. Okay. So this is not the right policy that I'm showing. Right here. Is it this one? 23, yeah, 550. So by age 90, they would have paid roughly $439,000 of fees. And then in return, they're going to be receiving $500,000 of death benefit, even if they don't pay back the loan. So
Mhm.
you paid 400,000 in fees, right? Take out more money, you have living benefits, and your family's going to get the fees technically back to them with that $532,000 death benefit. And that's just goes to show when we're doing the right thing and we're probably structuring it. We take an $18,000 commission hit in this example. We give the client living benefits, right? We give them more income in the future, and it's all tax free, right? We're paying less fees, and
Sounds like a no-brainer to
sounds like a
me.
no-brainer to me. And it's all about, if this was the only thing in their portfolio, I'd probably say look at other tax-free options, right? Amanda, your securities advisor, the other tax-free vehicles that you have, there's like five of them, right? There's a Roth IRA, Roth 401k, a backdoor Roth, the IUL, and Social Security. Did you
Mhm.
know that in a 401k, if you're taking out money from your pension plans and your 401k, it's going to affect your Social Security.
Yep.
So if they want to have a more tax-free benefit without affecting Social Security, which one do you think would benefit the client the most, the 401k or the IUL?
Yeah.
So that's something for the client to answer. Okay.
Yeah.
That was good. That was everything in 20
That was
minutes.
everything. Good
That was
job,
20 minutes.
Jonathan. Killing
Wow.
it. I mean, and that's the goal really for today, guys. Again, we're not here to bash any specific product. Like, we're really here just to educate on how they work because we have people that are reaching out to bash certain products to us all the time. And at the end of the day, we just believe in people having the right education, the right knowledge to make the right decision. Because at the end of the day, the IUL is a great product, but you still got to get approved for it. So if you come in really unhealthy, or if you're a lot older, if you have a lot of pre-existing conditions, that's going to make the IUL a lot more expensive. And when you do this compare and contrast, maybe in that scenario, a 401k might make more sense, right? It's really hard to
Yeah.
say. So you have to look at the features that the product can offer. You have to look at the potential to get approved, right? What's the actual likelihood we're going to get approved, and it's going to be at a decent health rating where that cash can grow, and how
Mhm.
many years, right? What's the amount of time we have for this money to grow and compound? So
That's a
we're
good point.
looking obviously like, yeah, and we're looking at what I think a 30-year-old in these examples. So it's very common. I would say a lot of the clients that we meet with are in their 30s and 40s that are getting
Mhm.
into these products, but we do them for people in their 50s and 60s too. We do them for people in their 20s. Just average is probably
Correct.
30s and 40s. And at the end of the day, it's just good to have the education, the knowledge, so that you guys just aren't automatically thinking like, hey, it's this way or the highway. Like you could have options to get to the end of the
Yeah,
yellow
I
brick
don't get
road,
it.
right?
Sometimes like
So
I've sat with a lot of people and it's like, yeah, I'm very comfortable. Well, if we think about the mindset, I know you do a lot of mindset training as well. It's like, well, when you're comfortable, are you actually growing? Right. And
mhm.
even though I wonder why, not to get political, but it's like I wonder why America teaches us to stay with our 401k. Who are the taxes going to at the very end of the day? So it's
Yeah,
like
jump in.
talking to my barber, they're like, is this like an illegal way to kind of shelter your money from like taxes? I'm like, no, because it has three codes that are they're operating under. There's just no way. And for these tax codes to be around longer than the 401k, there is something hidden there that the wealthy people are doing that not a lot of people know about. And that's why it's our job to be able to expose it to everyone. I sat with the 53-year-old who just wants to do a couple $100s in an IUL. I said no, it's because it's not going to work. Right. If they're
Yeah.
looking for protection, maybe, but they said that they want to do cash growth. I'm like, you're looking in the thousands and you're in your 50s. Maybe we should look at other options of rolling over your 401k into a fixed index annuity, something like that. And that just goes to show every agent out there is super different. Amanda, we have a very great team where we try to do the right thing by our clients. And I've already heard people that have been clients of yours and like Amanda's so great, right? So
Mhm.
detailed, so detailed oriented, very straightforward. And that's how I carry myself too. Like I'm very transparent, right? And so that's it, everybody. That's everything about the fees. and
That's all we got. So hopefully you guys learned a lot. If you Google Bully bank owned life insurance, it says banks use life insurance as a tax shelter. So why shouldn't we? Love it, Juliana.
For sure.
150%. Great book. If you guys have not read it, is called Money, Wealth, and Life Insurance by Jake Thompson. Google it. You can usually find a PDF copy for free or message us directly and we can get a copy of that over to you. But if you guys want to learn more about this, right? If you sat on this live and you're like, okay, they got me thinking that maybe there's another way I can retire. Maybe it doesn't have to be the 401k. And you want to talk more about it and you want to see if this is something that could be a good fit for you and you live in the United States of America, feel free, reach out to myself, reach out to Jonathan. Again, all of his social media handles will be in the description of this video below. Please feel free to just DM us, direct message us on Instagram. That's probably the easiest way to connect with us. You can also click the link at the top of my YouTube channel. Will take you over to my landing page to schedule a consultation with me. The key is if you reach out to me or you reach out to him, tell us you were on this live because we're not
Please,
going to know what you do and don't know. So it would
please.
be super helpful if we know, hey, I was on yours and John's live. I learned X, Y, and Z. I want to know more about this for me or for a family member or for a friend or for a colleague. Whatever it is, let us know. And that way when we get with you on a Zoom call or a phone call, we know you've already been educated. We don't have to repeat all of this information to you. So definitely reach out if you want to know more, you have questions. Please share this video with anyone you can think of that's exploring and is asking the same questions themselves. And we hope to bring you more content here in the future. You guys are lucky. I got access to this guy, but he's super busy. He's running his own business. He's married. He's working full time. Like he's got a lot on his plate. And he's a professional dancer, if you didn't know that as
Gosh.
well. Gotta throw that in there too. He's got some dance moves that you may be able to check out on his wife's Instagram page. His wife is a famous dancer over there in Las Vegas. And Yeah, we're just here to educate. So hopefully you all got a lot of value. I think I've said that enough times. So hopefully you did. And we're going to save this so you can always come back and revisit this video later and connect with us. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your story and
Yeah.
what you're up to. We want to chat. So,
Any questions at all, we'll be happy to make content around it too. And so that way you
yes.
get more that way you get more educated. So any questions you have, feel free to just let us know.
And we might be able to do another live. If you guys like him, let me know. Maybe I can get him back here in a couple weeks because
Be
we're
happy
going
to.
live every Tuesday with a guest. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But for now, we're going to wish you all adieu. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday, not Thursday, Tuesday. And we will see you guys next week.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Amanda.
John.
Thank you.
Bye.